when you post, include that photos and videos of your business copy or intro. Hey guys, I'm Dave from Good Rep Media, and thanks for joining us. Today we're going to shed some light for all of you on what it takes to market your business online in 2021. We're going to go over 3 of the most important factors of starting your online marketing campaigns, explaining each factor in turn in a way that anyone can understand. Now before we start, let's get real here for a second. There's going to be a lot to uncover here. No matter what any online marketing guru or agency expert tells you, successfully marketing your business online requires dedication to education. There is no 3-step process, no make 30 grand in 24 hours scheme that actually works consistently. There are indeed many quick wins you can give yourself as a business owner, but a truly successful marketing operation takes days, weeks, months, and sometimes years to generate the maximum potential. In short, there's a lot to learn, much past what we're going to go over in this video. But sticking with it and deepening your education of how to effectively advertise your business online won't only benefit you alone, it'll benefit your customers, your friends, your family, and your employees as well. With that being said, if you're brand new to online marketing, you came to the perfect spot to get started. We're going to go over the very first things you want to do, like launching and designing a website, creating social media content and ads, important search engine tips, and why all of these matter for your small business, and much more. Before we get into it, make sure you give that thumbs up button a smack and subscribe to our channel for more of our small business marketing tips and guides. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or shoot us a message. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Let's get to it. Your business is your website. It's fairly common knowledge nowadays that your business needs a website. You've heard it over and over and over and over again by now. But there's a reason why everyone boasts of the importance of a good website. Think of your website as your business's online storefront and headquarters. Just like a physical storefront, it is the primary place where your customers will come to experience and interact with your business online. If your website is elegant, interactive, and provides value to your customers, they'll remember it and come back. But if your website is poorly designed, hard to navigate, doesn't have all of your business's information on it, or you don't have a website at all, you're losing out on potential customers and you're losing out on money. Purchasing and setting up your online property can be extremely simple or extremely complex, depending on which platform you plan on building your website through. The process begins with purchasing your domain names. This is the URL or website link that your website content will be stored on. Think of it as your business's physical address, but online. If you're looking to purchase a domain name at the cheapest price possible, we recommend that you purchase your domain name through domain brokers like GoDaddy or Namecheap. But if you're looking to keep everything as simple and conjoined as possible, you can also purchase domain names directly from some content management systems. What's a content management system? I know we're throwing terms at you left and right, but let's get into just what a content management system does for you and what it is. For small business owners looking to build their own website, we highly recommend the use of a content management system. A content management system, or CMS for short, is simply an online software that allows you to build your website visually rather than with lines of code. This saves you literal years of education, of custom coding, and online development. Some common examples of these systems include Wix, WordPress, Squarespace, Apex Page Builder, Instapage, HubSpot, CMS, and many others. Each CMS tool has various strong suits. Some are cheaper than others, some are easier to navigate, some come with more features, but in the end, they all function similarly. And the way that they give you a platform to visually construct your website with, in the end, you want to select the tool that combines the most affordability, the most relevant features, and the easiest integration with any other softwares or online platforms that you may use. With that in mind, let's go over some of the basics of what makes a good website. 1. Design. The design language of your website can be an immediate deciding factor for whether or not customers want to do business with you. That's why bigger companies tend to overhaul their web pages frequently. Every blur of text, image, video, background image, and button has been strategically picked and placed to enhance the customer's online experience and make it easier for customers to do business with them online. We all know the feeling of walking into the supermarket for a specific item and not being able to find it. oftentimes, small business websites provide customers with that same sense of frustration.
No! God, please, no! No!
Let's go into some key features of good web design. The header or top of the page should prominently display your logo and provide menus that guide users to whatever information they may need in just one click. Things like your homepage, product, or service descriptions, a page for customers to contact you, and a way for them to do so directly on your website should all only be one click or scroll away from the customer or user at any given time. When someone visits your product or service page, they should immediately see the product or service in question, followed by an explanation of what they receive. Listen here. On every page, there should always be a clear-cut path that is easy to follow for the consumer to purchase your product or service, because that's why they're there.
Well, duh.
Responsiveness. Responsiveness of a website is essentially the website's ability to display information in the correct format on all devices and screens. What many people without a web design background don't realize is most modern websites actually have 3 different versions. One for desktop or laptop computers, one for tablets, and one for mobile phones and other small devices. Each of these versions are formatted differently when the website is being built because there's less and less real estate for images, text, videos, and other elements as the screen size goes down. If you were to just shrink the website you built for desktop, it'd simply be too small to read on a mobile phone. And if you scaled up the mobile phone version of your website, it'd be far too simplistic and not very visually appealing or interactive. Building your website with a responsive design is important to ensure that all viewers of your website get the same experience mentioned earlier, whether they're on their desktop, laptop, tablet, or phone. Now that you know a little bit about the elements of designing a website, let's get into how to put it into practice. Have a clear, simple funnel in mind. We've spent a lot of time talking about the basics of what goes into building a website, but now the question becomes this.
Why? 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 Why?
For 95% of small business owners, your website is built for 3 different reasons: to drive traffic to your physical location, drive sales online, and showcase information about your business and product in hopes to accomplish this. With that being said, you should be able to funnel down or direct all of the traffic on your website to one final page, whether that be the store checkout page, the appointment scheduling page, or whatever page that your business completes or initiates the transaction at. You can do this by using the points that we talked about earlier. You want to design your website making sure the user has constant accessibility to your services, products, carts, or checkout page in mind. Now that you have a basic understanding of the elements of a successful website, let's move on to other channels on the web for your business. Utilize and optimize Google. Google is well known for being the world's dominating search engine. It's estimated that across the globe, over 63,000 searches are processed by Google per second.
Wow.
Many business owners are now at least semi-aware that Google represents a huge opportunity for them to grow their business. But what many of them don't know is the exact type of searches that they're looking to show up for. There's a reason that SEO, or search engine optimization, is a multi-billion-dollar industry. There's decades worth of knowledge behind successful SEO strategies, and it's not something that anyone can just pick up in a month. With that being said though, there are many things that you can do even as a beginner that can make a substantial impact in driving business and interest through Google. Google My Business. A quick note before we begin this section. I want to clarify that Google My Business requires you to provide an address for your business. If you're running a home-based business, you can still apply for a listing, but your home address will be displayed on Google for your listing. Google My Business, in short, is the listing you see on the top right side of the results page when you do a Google search for a business. This listing tells people all they need to know about your business and gives them multiple channels to contact or do business with you, such as the call and website buttons, amongst other features. In addition, it also creates a maps listing for your business. Okay, Dave, I'm on Google Maps. Is that even important? Why does that matter? Yes. The Google Maps listing is important, as whenever someone searches for a business near them, Google will show them maps on the top of the results page before any normal URL. If this is your first time hearing about this, You're probably frantically searching Google for your business now. Your listing is probably not going to show up yet, however, as you may have not claimed your listing yet. No sweat though, because claiming your listing is simple, and guess who's going to teach you? You go to business.google.com, click Manage Now, type in your business name, and go through filing out information about your business. Once you submit that information, Google will send a physical postcard to your business through the mail. Once you receive that postcard, open it up, and you'll find a 6-digit verification code. From there, you take that verification code back to business.google.com and provide it to Google to verify your business's location. Pretty neat, huh? Let's go over some important tips to optimize your listing in order to get it to show up in various searches. This is the secret sauce to driving business that many guides don't talk about. When you're attempting to drive business from Google, a common misconception is that you want to rank on your business name. This is wrong. This is not fact. This is indeed cap. Where it's actually coming from is local business related searches. For example, you want to show up at the top of the page for searches like Italian food near me, landscaper Detroit, or office rentals near me, rather than like Joe's Pizzeria, Gary's Landscaping, or Tulsa Office Rentals. How do you show up at the top? How do you rank higher? I can hear you asking me these questions through the YouTube video. And unfortunately, Google doesn't release that to the public. Marketers like us, however, have deployed best practices to better understand what Google does and does not deem as determining factors and why your business would show up as that first result. The biggest trick to ranking in local business searches is actually posting to your Google My Business listing. Google allows you to make posts with information pertaining to your business within your listing, similar to how you would post on social media. When you make posts that include photos and videos of your business and copy or words that include the keywords you're trying to show up for, Google deems that makes your business more valuable to someone searching that term, and therefore moves your listing up in the maps on the results page. Making these posts frequently, as well as making sure that every bit of information about your business is on your listing, eventually ends up with your business ranking in the top 3 spots of the map, or as us in the know-how like to refer to it as, the snack pack. Once you're in the snack pack, there's around an 80% chance that someone's going to click on your listing. From there, it's 20% chance that they're going to purchase a product or service from you within 24 hours. Now, if you're bad at math and you don't understand percentages like I do, you're probably wondering, what does that mean? So let's break it down in some numbers that even I can understand. If 1,000 people in your area search pizza near me and your listing is optimized for that term, 800 of those people are likely to click on your listing. Of those 800 that do click, 120 of them are actually going to purchase within a day. That's 120 sales generated just from being in that top 3 spot on Google Maps. In terms of finding out all of the keywords or search phrases that you want to rank for, that's something that's a little bit more advanced. There's many programs available such as SEMrush or Moz that actually provide this information along with other valuable information about the clientele who are searching these terms, who else is trying to rank on them, and much more. The downside is that unfortunately these programs can cost hundreds and in some situations thousands of dollars per month. For many small business owners, this is an overhead cost that would make no sense for them at their level of SEO education. This is why a lot of people choose to work with an agency instead of doing it for themselves. Sometimes it makes more fiscal sense to have somebody else do it for you. Blogs and articles on your website. Have you ever noticed that almost every major website has some sort of blog? Besides being excited about their business and providing valuable information to their customers and users, there's a large importance behind why this is a common practice. Blogs and articles are prime real estate to insert keywords into in order to rank your domain or website higher up on organic Google searches. Dave, what's an organic Google search? It's very similar to what we described earlier, but instead of getting your business listing to rank higher on the maps, you're getting it to rank higher in the blue header listings or the normal Google search results that everyone knows and loves. Just as above, this is important to small businesses because oftentimes when someone is looking for information on Google, they're seeking that information in order to make a more informed purchase. Blogs and articles, like most online content, serve 2 purposes. On one end, it allows you to rank your website higher on specific search terms, and on the other end, it provides you a valuable location to provide your users with information, education, and entertainment. thereby solidifying your business's name in their head when they think about what you do. Here's some general tips on online blogging for small businesses. Right from the heart, think of keywords as secondary to authenticity. After all, an article is essentially just a one-way conversation. Try to be personable, knowledgeable, and to some extent even emotional when you're writing to your audience. Now that the world has been surrounded by technology for years, people get more and more in tune with what content is authentic and what's just written to get into their wallets. Don't stuff your articles full of keywords. This is another vital error that many first-time writers often make. When you want content to rank on a keyword, it's easy to assume that you want to include that keyword in your article as many times as possible. This, in the end, is not true. Don't be that guy. Most simple strategies for article SEO involve using the keyword once or twice every 300 to 500 words. This is because Google compares how many times you use the word comparatively to other content that also emphasizes it. If a major reputable blog only uses the keyword 1 to 2 times every 500 words and you use it 11 times in those 500 words, Google bots can immediately tell that your content is not authentic and is solely written to rank your website higher on that term. Therefore, it'll penalize you based on that fact and you ended up writing a counterproductive piece, so don't. Post content consistently. Posting regularly will signal to Google that you're a media source that's worth paying attention to, and therefore it's going to jumpstart your blog operations. To start, try writing one blog article every week and posting it at the exact same time. In addition to blog content, things like YouTube videos and social media accounts are both other channels that can assist your organic rankings as Google crawls through these pages for information as well. The importance of multi-channel social media. Just like Google, most businesses are cognizant of the value that social media provides to them. And further, like Google, the reason for this is that in 2021, the majority of all adults on this planet have a social media account. Of those users, over 63% of them are active users, meaning that they spend on average over 2 hours a day on social media.
Damn!
It's pretty obvious why large corporations spend millions per year on paid advertising for social media. It's the easiest way to get your business in front of millions of eyes. But which eyes are you trying to get in front of? This is a topic that often gets missed when talking about social media success. Are your customers on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, TikTok? Maybe they're on Reddit. The social media platform that your audience is on will determine countless things about what kind of content you want to create, such as photo or video preferences, the size of the photos and video, the tone of the voice that you want to use in post copy, how many hashtags you need to use, if at all, and many other aspects of content creation. Before you make your first account, you should know exactly what platforms you need to be targeting. Facebook always seems like an easy first choice, and it is valuable to have a Facebook property with content regardless of what business you operate. But if your entire clientele is active on TikTok for 4 hours a day, you have a much better chance of reaching them there, and therefore you should prioritize making TikTok content. I can hear you asking me again through the YouTube video, how do I find out what social media my customers use? Well, I don't know. Maybe just ask them. Just ask them. Asking your customers for input offers invaluable insight in almost any aspect of your business, especially online marketing. Ask your customers if they watch any kind of content related to your business online, and then ask them where they watch it. Told you it's going to be easy. If you don't have a big enough client base to do this, you could also seek out a search engine management or competitive research tool like SEMrush or Moz. These programs are designed to give you a direct, intricate look into where individual markets are most active on the internet. But be forewarned, learning how to master and utilize tools like this can sometimes take months. In most cases, reaching out to family, friends, and current customers is the easiest and best method to find out where you should focus your social media efforts on. Now, at the root of content creation, the very soul, the pinnacle, is making good content. Good content is essentially a post, photo, video, digital design, artwork, or any other form of visual media or audio that provides information, entertainment, enjoyment, discussion, or any other form of value to an audience. There's a pretty wide description, But there's a good reason for that. Good content doesn't have to be these 10-minute long professionally produced videos. It can be as simple as sharing a video of you telling your favorite joke, like, why don't bears wear shoes?
Because they have bare feet.
Coming up with consistent, good content is something that's going to come with time. As you start to produce content like photos and videos, you're going to get to see real time which ones drive more customers to interact or use your business. From there, you're going to want to focus on creating as much of that content as you can. Eventually, you're going to develop a fan base on whatever platform you're posting on that knows your business solely from these photos or videos and other creative things that you share with them. Another big tip for businesses: don't ignore platforms based on personal bias experience. Many business owners that could benefit from platforms such as Pinterest or TikTok simply don't take the time to research it, because many people just think, oh, TikTok's just for kids, or LinkedIn is just for job ads. TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and any other major social media platform are very diverse with millions of active users. While some groups of people tend to visit certain platforms more often, you should never discount any platform immediately. Always stick to research and data for determining which platforms your business should focus on. Now that we've covered a few basics on social media content strategy, let's talk about another key factor in developing an overall social media strategy. Content marketing and online advertisement are two forms of online marketing that go hand in hand. On one side, content marketing is all about developing content that we spoke about earlier, something that provides some inherent value to whoever is consuming it. But on the other hand, paid online advertisement is directly geared towards convincing a consumer to purchase a product or commit an action like signing up for an email list. Let's talk a little bit more about how to distinguish and utilize both of those. Content marketing, as mentioned earlier, is a post, photo, video, digital design artwork, or any other form of visual or audio media that provides information, entertainment, enjoyment, discussion, or any other form of value to your audience. The underlying point of this content is to form a relationship with your business's community of customers, potential customers, and people that are interested. This content is also native to whatever platform that it's on, meaning that the content itself should be viewable on social media rather than directing users to your website directly. Viewers should have multiple methods to visit your website within the content itself, however, whether it be putting your website in the post copy or description of a video, or using buttons that link directly on platforms like on YouTube. Forming this relationship ensures that when they think about the services or goods that your business provides, they're more likely to look to your business because you've already provided them with value before they've even given you a dollar. Social media advertising, on the other hand, is more relatable to TV and radio commercials. It's essentially a pitch of your products or services that you convey via photo, video, and audio to an audience that you pre-select. This creative post is then linked to your website, usually to a contact or order form. When the customer submits an order or a form, a conversion is generated. A key difference between advertising and content marketing is that advertising is almost always paid traffic. In basic terms, you must pay the social media platform to place your ad onto the screen of your pre-selected audience. It's recommended that every business has a foot in both doors when it comes to these two strategies. Your organic traffic or content marketing material would attract followers and grow a community organically, whereas creative paid advertisement is a surefire way to grow your company's outreach and boost your sales. Organic traffic, however, is much harder to come by in the earlier stages. The majority of famous content creators make hundreds, if not thousands, of videos before they reach large success. This is where paid advertisement comes in early in the game. Not only can you utilize it to boost sales, but also to advertise your content. Advertising the content you create leads to more views, which leads you to creating a larger organic following, thereby increasing sales. We'll be making a guide on paid advertisement in a different video, but to finish for now, follow these simple rules when it comes to creating social media content for both organic and paid traffic. Find out who your customer is, find out where your customer is online, find out what your customer is interested in, figure out your budget or how much you can spend on ads per month, and then make content that aligns with these targets. Congratulations, you've made it through learning about the first basic steps to marketing your small business online. That may have been a lot to take in, but we promise that once you get out there and you give it your best go, you're going to start a journey of constant improvement and understanding. To give a quick recap, we talked about the importance of having a well thought out and well designed website and how it leads to sales for you. Then we talked about the importance of optimizing your business on Google. Then lastly, we talked about social media and how to utilize it for your business. Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to bringing you more content on how small businesses can reach success online and help your business grow. If you've watched this and you're still a little confused, don't even worry about it. We'll get someone to help you one-on-one. Feel free to reach out to us by emailing info@goodrep.media or visiting the link in the description. Thanks again. Don't forget to take the like button out to dinner, then stuff it with the bill. Throw us a comment and subscribe for more small business marketing content.